message of greeting to you, Dr. Wilson, on behalf of the Puerto Rican Committee of Chicago and Owens & Owens 15th Annual Ex-Offenders Banquet. Dr. Willie Wilson, in appreciation for your untiring efforts, outstanding contributions, and your unselfishness, you are an outstanding leader. May God continue to bless you, sir. On behalf of the Puerto Rican community.
Thank all of you all, and thank you so very much for blessing me with this nice plaque tonight. See, we are grateful to the Lord for him, and we're grateful, Lord, for you and your community. Thank you again. All right, y'all give a hug on the all right? Amazing grace, all right? And truly it is unspeakable gift. Right? I want you to know I'm honored to be here with all of you all tonight on this special day. I want you to know that regardless of the static that one may think I'm in life, I'm one of you all right? All right. Hey, listen, I'll be brief and I'll just say this. I'm from a little place called Gilbert, Louisiana. I am occupation-wise, a sharecropper. A sharecropper is one who chop cotton and pick cotton for 20 cents per hour. My background. I am proud of my background because it's what brought me to where I'm at today. We work 16, 17, 18 hours days. 11 sisters and brother. And we made 20 cents per hour. That's what we made. And tell you the short story because I want you to know that if I can make it, you can make it. Right? We would need food to eat, and we would have to borrow it from our next door neighbor. And the very next day we had to pay it back. We didn't starve because we always had at least bread. And down there we had, I think the word for here is called molested, but we call it syrup down south in Louisiana, right? Make y'all give a Louisiana, and I'm proud of still my back. And we really got into one day in the 8th grade, so it was 7th grade education. My BA, I always tell everybody my BA is born again. Right. And so we making sure we ran away from home at age 13. We went from Louisiana to Delray Beach, Florida, Delray Beach, Florida to Chicago. And since we had such a tough time, I used to mop floors and, flip the hamburgers at McDonald's restaurant. And so we made $2 per hour. We got married, divorced, 4 kids. My wife and I now, we don't have any today together. We just enjoy life. But as we went around through life, I've been around the world 4 or 5 times, okay? Ended up from mopping floors to owning 5 McDonald's restaurants, right? So, one day we got bored. I went into the store because I figured that God had a lot more to do with my life. But I wasn't quite happy, so I went in that store. I was driving a 1989 911 diamond blue Porsche. So I was having a ball of my life. Right? Everything was going fine. We were able to get the parents from down south, get them a good living, things of that nature. And then so one day I went to the doctor. We had been around the world, and we would fly from Chicago on the Concorde to New York City. Willie from where the Concord leave out of New York City, that is, to Paris. Well, from Paris, we'll fly to Rome. From Rome, we'll fly to Cairo, Egypt. From Egypt, we'll fly to Germany, and Germany back home. And we were spending money like it was crazy. We was spending like on 4-day weekend, maybe $75,000 to $100,000 in that 4-week weekend. So my father called the word having a good time, but he would call it down south balling, all right? Things were going well, and so I didn't forget about my roots. We spent money, but yet on my mind, you know, my parents were still down south, and we had people that needed help. After we done that, we left from that McDonald's. Then we started a company called Old Mark Medical Supplies. And Old Mark Medical Supplies does today, I came from 20 cents per hour to Old Mark Medical Supplies today. That company does a little bit over $60 million a year in sales, all right? But what do you do when around you don't have food to eat? What do you do when people incarcerated, in jail, prison? What do you do when they just can't seem to make it? Right? And what do you do when you give up their hope and you say there's no place for me to go, and a lot of people commit suicide today? And what do you do when you go away for service and you come home, you treat like nothing? Okay? And what do you do when you lose a loved one? How do you get through things? How do you get through life? You know? So we did all these things. I had to look back over my shoulder, and I look at sisters and brothers, you know, mother and father, things of that nature. And we wonder sometimes why the Lord do me like He done me. Well, He took then, brought me from a mighty long way, even though we had a good time, and I didn't want to go back to church. I did everything I knew to do. I accepted Jesus Christ as my last result. Last result. Because I want to try everything out there and the apostle could do, and we did it. But one day I was having some fun. I went to the doctor. The doctor told me, he said, well, you gotta sit down. I got something to tell you. Well, I got this doctor to take the laugh with me when we go, but this day he wasn't laughing. Right? So he wasn't laughing at all. So he told me I had the prostate cancer. And then I went to a doctor down in Northwestern Hospital to get a second opinion. So there was a white doctor down there that said, every black person that came in here have died from prostate cancer. And I said, well, this is one not going to die. And that was 20 years ago, all right? 20 years ago, right? And one day I was singing. With him a nice time, you know, and we got this 18-piece orchestra, and some days we have a 38-piece orchestra. And so we were singing, and we were speaking at the church, and I got home, and very next morning, we gotten up, and we had a major heart attack. Went to the doctor. Doctor told me, he said, well, one of your arteries blocked 100%. The other artery is blocked 65%. He said, Dr. Wilson, today I have bad news for you. You will die today. You know, that was 15 years ago. I'm sitting here, right? And why do I do what I do today? 98% of the money I make, I give it away. Give it away. My wife and family, myself is okay. If something goes wrong, we know we're okay. But I could not rest if I've gotten mine and you haven't gotten yours. something just ain't right about that. And so I go out and I work. We get people out of jail that I don't know. We pay people property taxes that I don't know. Okay. All the people we spend $1 million trying to get the bill passed. Second chances. We'll down our next one coming up 4th Sunday, July. We'll do the same thing, right? And other people on the street, as you know, don't have clothes to eat, right? But what taught me a lesson was this here. One day I was having fun and I was helping people, and all of a sudden I got a phone call at 2 o'clock in the morning. 20-year-old son, you are the blessed one. 20-year-old son of mine, and took them, shot in the head and killed from drugs. You are blessed. You should be just shouting and praising the Lord. Goodness that you're still here.
Hallelujah.
All right? So I lose my son 1 month, lose my father, and I lose my brother, okay, in a row. How do you come back? One thing, I was the most happy man in the world. All of a sudden, I was the most sad person in the world. Well, the song said, Jesus lifted even me when nothing else could help. Okay?
Right now.
So I decided, how can I help more besides just giving money away? Because I can't help everybody in the world, like everybody in Chicago. And I said, well, let me make a sacrifice. Let me run for mayor of the city of Chicago. Let me take the beating for all of us. Let me take the beating for you and you and you. Let me take the beating. We've got to know how to deal with it. I told you that story because I'm one of you. I've hit 20 cents per hour. I hit upside of life, middle class, and then whatever the next step is. We're hitting all those spots. We're checking all those boxes. The reason why you should vote for me, because I understand your pain. Okay? I've been through what you've been through. You know, I understand what it's like to not to have food to eat. I understand what it's like if you got a problem with the drugs and you can't get off it. But I say this, drugs is not for people in prison. You know, you don't put a person there. You should treat them. Help sinners again. All right? You should not do that. And when a person has been to jail or prison, they ought to be allowed to get out and have second chances to wash their slate clean. All be able to make a living, you know. I can learn something from somebody on the street that is cold. And I asked a person on Life and Drive, and I said, how do you, it's 20 or 30 below zero. How do you make it out there? He said, what? It was like, I take these boxes, cardboard boxes, and you get in between them and keep the cold off you. Now, see, if I had been out there trying to make myself, I'd have froze to death. Okay? Meaning you can learn something from everybody. And what I want to learn from you all is that, what can I do to help you? And so I can learn more how to relate to you, right? But I need your help too, though. I can't help unless you go to the poll and register to vote. If you want me to help you, I'll make the sacrifice. I'll make the sacrifice now. My way of helping people is to give to those who cannot pay me back. That's the meaning of help for me. Now, if one person do that for you, you ought to go out and vote, right? You ought to put it on Facebook. You ought to get your friends. Look, I'm not running for For money? I don't need the money. I simply don't need the money. I'm doing this for all of us. Okay?
Amen.
Mine is Amen. Tell your friend, just here. I won't take a penny. I think the problem with minority community is that the people, this mayor you got now, have taken the money from the contracts and the job out of the community. So we had no place to go, but they put the drugs and things in our community and arrest us and put us in jail, but they don't arrest the people who bringing it in.
Say that. Right. Say that.
That have got to change. You are entitled to have a nice home, raise a family, you know, put your kids to school. All these things you're entitled to do. These are principles of life. A servant. Meaning of servant is for us to serve those who didn't quite make it the way maybe I made it. But yet, the other day, all the people that we help, and mind you, all the people that we help, getting out of jail, getting out of prison, the one young man came up here tonight, and the rest of them pretty much haven't even said thank you. But this one here said thank you, and I'm so grateful to you tonight. Right? Thank you. Right? So I won't keep it longer because you have to make a decision. Do you want same person in there, or do you want another person who's not compassionate? You know, who's going to be in there trying to put money in their own pocket? Who's going to treat their neighbor the wrong way? You know, who's going to get in there and steal for themselves? You know, you don't want that person representing you that way.
No, sir.
Have the respect and the dignity. I'll come anywhere anybody asks me to come. You know, and I'll come out to the one. I haven't done nothing unless I can help the least of these. I haven't done nothing unless I've done that. I count my days, count what I've done each day, each hour. Have I done enough for the Lord to still be here, occupying real estate on His earth? Don't count the times and the numbers. If you take in sacrifice for me by you not having ready to vote. If you vote on the first day, don't wait until the last day. Right? The first day when they open up the poll, absentee ballot. Because we're going to win this thing the first day. With the help of God and help of you all right? So, I want to say good night to you. This ain't goodbye. But just good night. Not goodbye. Because as long as you got an issue, I have an issue too. As long as you got an issue, I'm compelled to help. I am one of you. God bless you. God bless all of you.